Meanwhile, First Nations leaders are expressing concern over the upcoming federal child welfare legislation. They are calling for jurisdiction over First Nations children to be transferred to First Nations. But some provinces are fighting that. Today at an event in Vancouver, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau acknowledged the concerns.
And we know that regardless of the fact that some provinces may not want to lose their control over child and family services, it is essential for this country that we stop taking Indigenous kids out of their communities and out of their cultures. We've seen too many times in the past what that leads to, and that is why we are changing that.
On Friday, Assembly of First Nations Regional Chief Kevin Hart said he believes Manitoba is one of the provinces refusing to hand over control.
For us in Manitoba, the long-standing battle has always been provincial jurisdiction over our children, when the long-standing battle has always been we wanted to assert and affirm our jurisdiction over our children when it comes to First Nations child and family services.
At today's funding announcement, Manitoba's Families Minister Heather Stephenson said there's been little consultation between the province and the federal government. She said the province will work with First Nations once the legislation comes out.
Moving forward, it is something that we will be having further discussions with Leadership Council with respect to those changes. Again, those changes haven't been introduced yet in the way of legislation. We know they're pending, and we are committed to working with leadership to see what their reaction is to the federal legislation.